How are you getting the hug and the hat and landing on the main roster where, literally us sitting at home, we could see so many holes in your game? So how is that happening? Russo'sBrand.com, where the pros are the pros. I got to tell you, man, the one thing, Stevie, that is really like my level of patience is getting so thin with this. Bro, these freaking walks and entrances to the ring that go on forever. Stevie, I swear to God, I can't take it anymore, man. These walks to the ring. Bro, I'm writing Rocky Mountain Pro. Okay? Bro, match time and entrances Bin usually average 5 minutes. 5 minutes entrances and match. Yeah. Stevie, it's taking these guys 5 minutes to walk to the freaking ring.
Yeah, it's like Undertaker saying, "You guys are making fun of me for this." We're hitting Undertaker territory with these entrances.
Every single one. I know you guys are stretching for time and trying to eat the clock, but my God, man.
Well, here's the thing, though. The entrances usually would be like, okay, it's an entrance, it's interactive, it's musical, all that stuff wrapped into one. We're going to have a pretty short match because the entrance is can be very exciting and have production elements, but the matches are too long still. So you got a long entrance and an even longer match on top of that within a 2-hour show with how many people on the roster, Ben? A good 120, 150 people?
Probably at least, right? And if they're not having house shows and it's the best time ever, well, that's where you make your money. Why aren't you putting your NXTs on the road to get reps and keep doing shows while you give your main roster players some time off? It just doesn't make sense. But there's things I thought about in the shower or on the drive home too, Vince, that last week that kind of got left out that continued on in SmackDown. And it's obviously we expected out of AEW with whatever happened there this week. But you're ready for the main roster and you're absolutely not. And then these outside styles that have seeped in the WWE that have absolutely ruined the quality of wrestling. And here's some examples. Raquel Rodriguez's punches on SmackDown missed by that much. And we're in close up. Like, if you don't have, and no one's, and we're doing bad selling on it too. Like, how are you getting the Shawn Michaels hug and hat? Sorry, did I joke out there?
We got you. How do you
get the Shawn Michaels hug and hat and get on the main roster when your stuff is that rotten? Here's what else is terrible. Sami Zayn's in the main event taking a power bomb.
But hold on. Let's answer that question, because I see this all the time. How are you getting the hug and the hat and landing on the main roster where, literally us sitting at home, we could see so many holes in your game? So how is that happening?
That's Too Sweet Me Briz. The clique is in control, and they say who gets the pass and who doesn't, right? Who has money written on them and who doesn't, or we don't want to let Future endeavor them because that'll look like we didn't get them over, when all we need to really do is a put over vignette to give you the rub like they claim it is, and now you're anointed in front of the rest of the locker room, and the NXT fan faithful will put them over when they get on the road. Well, then the bell rings and the truth is exposed for what it is. But then there's no accountability, because in the main event, Sami Zayn is kicking out of power bombs on one. And then I absolutely hate this stupid lucha shit that's crossed over. In Mexico, it's fine when they're going at a clip and there's reason, but the pass by, and then you follow me in and give me something on the ropes, and then you go off the ropes and I come to life and I hit you on the ropes, and then I'm going to go off and you come to life out of nowhere and hit me on the ropes. That wrestling is goddamn awful, combined with what used to be a finish you're using as a transition move on a falsie to show that you're hulking up, that you can't be stopped. Like, no, you come up out of a hold, hulk up, and do your 3 wah punches or duck one and back body drop somebody and fire up till it's your time to hit the haluva kick. Do not bury offense like you're fucking the Incredible Hulk or Superman just because that's the way they did it in some stupid Japan indie that you think crosses over. It's really stomach churning to watch that style. I hate that shit. Yeah. And now it's in the main events, and then even the fundamentals that this girl was on SmackDown and Raw. She's in the Raw main event, bro. And our work is that rotten.
Stevie, let me ask you something, man. Since you worked in the system, Stevie, who would you say who was, out of all your matches at the WWE, who would you say agented the majority of them?
Well, by the way, I'm sorry. We have some noise outside. Hopefully it's not being picked up.
Yeah.
Who is the best? Most of the time it would be because of heat. It would kind of be leftover agents that wouldn't have, most of them would do Raw and SmackDown. I'm trying to think because I got to a point where whoever was agenting would just say, here's the finish, and would know that myself and Val, myself and Tommy, whoever Maven, we'd work it out because nobody really cared about heat or velocity.
Yeah.
Most of the time it was like Arn Anderson. And, early on it was Blackback Lanza, Tony Gurria. Hey, you're both wearing black.
Yeah.
Well, I got both eras of agents, but I didn't get the terrible crop they have right now. And I'm sorry to everybody out there.
Yeah, take anyone. Take Arn, take Lanza, take any of those guys. Okay, Stevie, you come back, your punches sucked. And they tell you your punches sucked.
Mm-hmm.
When your second match and your third match after that, if your punches still suck and there's no improvement and you're not correcting it, what was the protocol at that point? They just keep putting you out there?
No, they take you off TV, and if you don't have any idea after you're lucky if they tell you anything. They just usually thumbs up, even if it sucks. And then you get the quiet heat of going home and trying to figure it out yourself. That's the way it used to be. My theory with Sean and everybody at NXT, there's a part of me that wants to believe Sean really does care about the talent. I would hope that's true, and wants them to do well, and we have a new way of doing it. It's not about, it really is about participation trophies and wanting everybody to do well. The other thing is the political part of it, and this is the other part I think is maybe just as true as what I just said. If Sean gets them ready, he gets all the credit, gives the hug, gives the hat. Then if they don't get over, which happens more times than not, it's on them. I couldn't coach them for the 6 or 12 months they're up in WWE. But it's a get out of jail free card for Sean and everybody in the system that is extremely flawed and broken, and the infrastructure. That's the one thing that has not changed with WWE is that performance center, and that needs to change. And maybe in Vegas, it will.